President Cyril Ramaphosa has promised that arrests and criminal charges will follow against people found responsible for violence targeting African foreign nationals in South Africa. The warning came during oral questions in Parliament after EFF leader Julius Malema challenged the government over what he described as a failure to arrest and prosecute those behind recent attacks. Malema argued that some perpetrators had allegedly carried out violence in the presence of police without facing immediate consequences. He said this risked creating the impression that the violence was being tolerated or even sanctioned by the state. Ramaphosa pushed back against that suggestion, saying the matter is actively being investigated by the police and other security agencies. According to the president, investigators are collecting reports and evidence, and several people have already been arrested. Importantly, Ramaphosa said authorities are also focused on identifying those who may have organized or led the violence. He stressed that cases involving serious injuries or deaths would be pursued, and those responsible would face the consequences under the law. This is significant because the issue goes beyond individual arrests. South Africa's treatment of African migrants has become a broader diplomatic and political concern, particularly because of the country's long-standing position as a supporter of Pan-Africanism. Ramaphosa said his government has rejected xenophobia, Afrophobia, vigilantism, and discrimination against people from other countries. He also pointed to cooperation with the African Union, ACADC, and other regional partners as part of the government's response. The president further defended South Africa's standing on the continent, rejecting claims that the country is becoming isolated. He said several African governments have expressed their willingness to work with South Africa on migration and related challenges. At the same time, the government is pursuing longer-term measures, including stronger border management, tackling corruption within immigration systems, expanding legal migration pathways, and implementing reforms covering citizenship, migration, and refugee protection. The key question now is whether Ramaphosa's promise of arrest and charges will translate into visible prosecutions. For critics like Malema, action will be the real test of whether the government is serious about protecting foreign nationals and enforcing the law equally. What do you think? Will this promise the arrest change the situation, or is stronger action needed? Share your view in the comments and follow for more South African political analysis.